What's up? This is Edgar OtraVez bringing you another episode of the Floro Podcast. On today's show, my co-host is Cousin Primo, and we're doing a kind of CW DC review of what's going on right now. We're going to talk about the Superman and Lois show. We're going to talk a little bit about the Flash, and we're going to top it off with the Zack Snyder's cut of the Justice League. So we get real geeky, just so you know. As always, don't forget to go over to the floropodcast.com website and check out all our content, and maybe get yourself a Flow Roll mug or throw pillow. Also, give us a look on Instagram. We are the Flow Roll, and you'll see more stuff there too. Now on with this show. Welcome to another episode of the Floro Podcast. This is Edgar OtraVez, and today on the show, my co-host will be Cousin Primo. What's up, cousin?
What's up, cuz Primo?
What's up, brother?
What's up, hermano? What are we doing today? What are we doing today?
Well, today I was thinking we do a kind of like a review of the Superman and Lois show that's on the CW, which I am freaking loving, by the way.
Oh, dude, I am totally into that series, man. I binged watch. When you brought this up, I was like, you know what, I'm a couple episodes behind, and there's only 4 episodes, so you know it doesn't take much to lose up. So I did that, and then I watched the movie. The movie. This is how bad it was yesterday. I watched the movie, which was 4 fucking hours long, and then watched 2 hours of Superman and Lois.
Yeah. And
then I still needed to catch up on the Flash, so I watched the last episode of the Flash. So you're looking at it. I was up like practically the entire night, and still went to work in the morning.
So you watched the Justice League, you watched Superman and Lois on the so the Justice League on the HBO Max,
right?
Then Superman and Lois on the CW, and then the Flash on the CW,
right?
Dude, that's a lot of DC content, man.
Yeah, that's a lot of DC. Oh fuck, I had to build up to today, dude. We had to watch the Winter Soldier. I had to watch the Winter Soldier, bro.
Dude, I haven't gotten a chance to watch this.
Then we can't talk about it, bro. You're off limits.
Yeah, we can't. Not yet. But
I raced home to watch it just for you, and this
dude,
night,
dude, I tried, dude, but the kids, they have this fucking this Boy Scout thing that we gotta do. So it's like the pine car race thing.
Oh, yeah.
You know what that is?
Boxcar racings, yeah.
No, it's not a boxcar.
It's a little thing like this that you have to put together. Yeah, we have a guy at work who does that, and he gets the mechanics involved to build the cart for the kids. The little speed racer thing. I'm like, dude, you're cheating.
Yeah,
you're cheating, motherfucker.
No, it's not cheating, bro. It's considered engineering.
Oh, really? Oh,
that's what they told me. It's like, it's not cheating, it's engineering. I was just like, man, dude, whatever, man. This is like, I thought this was an activity for the kids, not for the dads.
Yeah, exactly. You know,
but it's like, whatever. I mean, that's fine. You know, I don't care. You know, like I'll participate, but it's just like it's like with work and all the things that is going on right now.
Right.
I did not have time for this, man. I did not have time for this. I was like busting my ass at work. I've been like working like long ass hours and stuff, and which is one of the reasons why I was kind of like lagging behind on the podcast episodes. I just I haven't had time. Like my work life was seeping into my
podcast life.
No, ordinary life.
Yeah,
like it was interrupting everything. So like I couldn't do anything. It's been a hell. But then like that was made even worse, because then I couldn't work on the kids' cars and shit.
Oh,
because I mean, the stuff that they want you to do, you got to sand stuff, you got to drill holes in it, you got to put little weights in it and stuff, and
enter the Gundam into this race, right?
Yeah, dude. The Gundam will kick their ass.
Yeah.
But no, dude, like So yeah, so like I didn't get to watch the fucking Winter Soldier, man. Like,
All right, we'll talk about it later then.
yeah, no, but
Yeah.
I did get to see the Justice League movie, which we can talk about a little bit.
All right, cool.
But so, give me your impressions of the Superman and Lois. Like, what do you think of that show?
Well, dude, I'm a big fan of the CW. First of all, I'm a big fan of Arrow. I love Arrow, bro.
Mm.
And that's what I mean. To tell you the truth, all this started with Smallville.
Kind of, yeah.
Right. So Smallville started it up. Then he came out with the other series, like Arrow showed up, then Flash, and Supergirl, and then the Legends of DC, and then Black Lightning was the last one to be added to that cast.
Yeah.
And I love it all. I just love it all. It's like, and then I love the crossovers that they did.
Mm-hmm.
You know, then they introduced. It blew my mind when they introduced Superman. I loved it. I said, well, Supergirl's on there. They have to one day introduce Superman, and they sure did.
They did. It was like the first or second episode they introduced Superman.
Did they? Was it really?
It was. Was it? It was like early on. Either
it was early on. Yeah, you're right about that.
Am I right? Am I thinking? No. It was she. I think it was maybe in the second.
I think it was second season, dude.
It was like the first episode of the second season or something like that.
Something like that. But he was introduced by Supergirl.
Yeah.
And then when they did the merging of the Crisis,
yes,
where they merged all the universes into one, and everybody's not involved with everybody.
Yeah.
And they showed him with Lois pregnant.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, they're gonna do that he's gonna have a kid, and yeah, he'll be coming out on the show. And then I find out that they're canceling Supergirl, but they're starting up Superman and Lois.
Yeah.
And I love that series, dude. There's some theories I got on that show, bro. It's crazy.
So like I really liked the first season of Supergirl. The first season of Supergirl I thought was strong. Even the second season. Then after that, I lost interest. But that was a show that I would watch with my daughter. You know. And then, but then like with this whole Superman thing, dude.
Yeah.
Like, dude, it's. So here's the thing about Superman, and I think I told you about this before, but like in the Rebirth series of Superman, they have Superman has a boy, right? He's got a boy named Jon Kent, and that's Superboy. And so that series, I can't remember who wrote it, but like that series is a young Superboy. He's raising Superboy on the Kent farm or in like a rural area. I don't think it's the Kent farm, but it's in a rural area, and they're raising Jon Kent to like learn how to be responsible with his powers and all that stuff. But he's in that comic book. He's like, I don't know, 10 years old.
Right.
And
10 or 11, somewhere around there.
Somewhere like that. And then like, but then like Damian Wayne, he shows up, right? And he's 13. So he's like 2 years older, 3 years older than John. And they team up and they do these fun little adventures, and it was called the Super Sons, right? So I used to read that comic with my kids. My son loves Super Sons, and he loves that series of Superman with young Jon Kent. And so when I heard that they were going to do Superboy and they were going to do a similar kind of stories that they did with the comics, I was so fucking excited, bro. Right. I was so fucking excited. I know they're teen boys, so the age difference, the dynamic and stuff is a little different.
Right.
But then, like, okay, so like crisis happens, like you said, Lois is pregnant. They have the baby during crisis, right?
Right.
Then the worlds shift, and then Superman is kind of rebooted, right?
Right.
And now they're like further along in the timeline, and he doesn't have just one boy, he has two
twins,
and it just throws the whole fucking thing off. So it was like they're doing kind of a version of what I read in the comics, but they stepped them up to an older age, and they added two, And so there's mystery now involved because now you don't know what's going to happen. But there's some similarity because there's some of that story from the comic book. And I'm so excited, bro. And every single episode so far has really been well written. At least the first episode was super strong.
Dude, that caught me right there. Right there. The first episode, I was like, that's it. I love this series.
Yes.
Love it. Gotta continue watching it.
Yes.
Yeah, I was like, no, I gotta keep up on this one because I can't just slack on this one. I can't just wait till the end of the season just to watch them all again. No, I'm like watching it the day after it comes out, I watch it.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm like, okay, cool. Because I hate watching commercials, and that's what bugs the shit out of me sometimes.
I hear you. I was trying to watch it. When did it come out? Oh,
Tuesday.
It was Tuesday, but something happened where I couldn't watch it. And so we decided we were going to watch it the next day. Right.
Right.
And so me and the kids, we all sit down and I'm already hearing that it's good. Right. So I'm excited. Right. So I guess this is Wednesday when I'm ready to sit down and watch it. So like we tried to watch it on the CW app and the CW app was freaking out. So I said, screw this. I'm not fucking around. So I went and I hit Amazon and I bought the first episode. So we watched the first episode, no commercials. And now I'm thinking, fuck the app. I'm just going to go buy the whole season, you know, because it is phenomenal. It is fantastic. So you have theories.
Yes.
I have theories. Why don't you tell me what your theories are?
All right. First of all, when they were at that bomb party, and he shot off with his X-ray with his heat vision. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, when he took him to the Fortress of Solitude, that all he has is a little bit of enhanced strength. That's it. Okay. Maybe a fifth of Superman's true power.
Something like that. It was not a lot. He'll never be like
Superman. But I noticed that every time his brother's around, his powers manifest.
Oh.
Did you notice that at the little fight that they were about to have in the locker room in the school, and his eyes were already turning red? And who was there? His brother. By himself, he can't. I'm thinking it's sort of like a Wonder Twins type deal. They have to be together to use their powers. Wow. And I think that the powers are split. Because that kid is the other one. What's his name? The other son.
It's Jordan and Jonathan.
Okay, Jordan. I think he has the flight and the
laser eyes and super strength.
No. Jonathan. Jonathan has the eyes. The eyes.
No. Because
who's the one who shot out the eyes?
That's Jordan.
Okay, Jordan. My fault. Jordan. He has the vulnerability, the strength, and the heat vision. I think Jonathan is going to have the flight
and the super speed,
and maybe the cold breath. So they have to. I just wondering because he couldn't do it on his own, but as soon as his brother shows up, his powers are manifesting. So I'm thinking it's a joint type deal that they got to work together. What do you think about that?
God damn, I hope that's true, bro. Because that is fantastic. That's
right?
It's a great idea. Like they're weak without each other. They have to work together.
Exactly.
I fucking love that, bro.
Think about it.
I had some very fucking general, very trite ideas. I hope you're right. That is a fantastic idea. Because what I'm thinking, like I was thinking, like, okay, so like this is what I'm thinking, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm thinking like Jordan is the one with all the trouble and stuff, right? Mm-hmm. And he's the one who's got like the powers manifesting, but it's all bullshit. He's not gonna really like the computer's right. He's never gonna be he's never gonna be Superboy, right? And so that's gonna turn him bad. He's gonna be like a Lex Luthor. And John is going to be the real Superboy. Eventually, his powers are going to come in, and he's going to be the real Superboy, and Jordan is going to break bad. So like right now, it's a red herring. Like we think this kid is going to be Superboy, but he's not. He's going to end up being the bad guy,
Right.
and John is going to be the Superboy. I hate that idea now. I want your idea, because then that means they're both Superboy.
Right. They're both, they have to be together.
They have
and
to
the
be
thing,
together.
and you know how the thing I like about that series is like they're brothers, and they bust balls on each other. But look how in the series the other brother comes to his aid and helps him out, and they talk it out and shit like that. And I sort of like that, you know. And I was like thinking, man, that's the second time his powers manifest
when he was around. Because he's playing football and the kid's there. Football.
Right.
And his brother's there.
Right. But when he was getting tossed around in the school before his dad showed up, his eyes were turning red. And what was his brother? Right next to him. Sort of close down maybe halfway down the hallway. But he was close.
What if it's like the red and blue Superman thing?
Oh, dude.
Like really, they're supposed to be one person.
Well, that's the thing though, because the red one was the strength and the heat vision, and the other one was the flight and the speed, the blue.
Was it?
And more energy-based weapons though. He was weaker, but he was able to fly.
You
know, that was the last one. I remember that Superman, because he was able to alternate between powers.
Yeah, I can't remember what the power sets were. I know they were weird.
Yeah, there was a blue and a red Superman.
Yeah, so what if they're really supposed to be one person, and then maybe down the line they merge?
Wow, that is crazy.
And that would be sad, because
that'd be sad, yeah.
Because that means one of them is gonna go.
Right. Or they could both go and have a whole new kid together.
Yeah, there's a whole different kid show up.
Right. Wow, that's crazy, bro. I like that theory though.
I don't like it. I want your
you want my scenario?
Yeah, because then what that does is that it creates this dynamic where like there's so much to play there with, because then when they're angry at each other or they don't want to be around each other, they have to be around in order to like save the day.
Right. And you know where I got that theory from?
Where that?
You remember Teen Titans? The cartoon?
Yes.
Okay, remember Más y Menos?
Más y Menos. Yes, I do remember Más y Menos.
The speedsters?
Yeah, the little Mexican speedsters.
Little Mexican speedsters. When they're together, they're supersonic. But when they're separated, they're fast, but not that fast. But they need each other to get that top speed. You see?
That's awesome.
Right?
Yeah, I hope that's true. Like, but there has to come a point where their powers, I think what you're saying is good, because then like exactly like Más y Menos, because then what happens is they have powers without each other.
Right.
They're way stronger when they're together. So
right.
So that's I think that's a great idea. You know what who also does something like that is
who's that?
What's the name of that Will Smith superhero movie? Hancock. Yeah. Well, I think, was it Charlize Theron in that movie as well? She was like his counterpart, and together they were weak or something.
When they're together, they become human.
Yeah.
And when they're separated, they become superhuman.
Yeah.
And immortal.
Yeah. So he can die. That's right. He could die when they're together. Right. This is like that, but the other, like the opposite.
Right. So I hope to God that they do that, where it's like both of them have powers.
Dude,
I would love to see that kid fly.
Dude, if you nailed this, I'd be so fucking impressed. like there's no way in hell. Like, first of all, nobody, I haven't seen anybody take this guess. I haven't seen anybody, like, because I watch other people, I watch YouTubers and stuff. No, not a single YouTuber has made this guess. I would be fucking so impressed. This would be all. I really want this idea now. You're gonna make this idea makes me want to go watch the whole 4 episodes already
again.
Yeah, because I was just like, okay, where's John? Where's John when the fuck? Because like the first, okay, so just to give a little bit of context, like this, I think we should have done this from the beginning, but oh well. But like, okay, so like the show is about Superman and Lois, right?
Right.
And they have twin boys, and at this point, it's after Crisis, but Crisis reset the whole universe, and now Superman has 2 teenage boys, whereas before Crisis, he was about to have a baby, right? So now somehow with the Crisis reboot, they've managed to give Superman not only 1 boy but 2 boys, twin boys, and with teenage boys, not babies. So they skipped 15 years with this reboot, and so now Lois and Superman are living in Metropolis, and they all have lives in Metropolis. Whereas, so Jonathan is like a star football player, and they've always kind of had an idea that maybe Jonathan Kent, who's about 15, is somehow gaining some of Superman's powers because he seems to be really talented, and he's like a freshman, but he's starting on the varsity team, so I guess 14 or something. So, but he's starting on the varsity team. There's like the kid's like 120 pounds soaking wet, right? So it's like weird. But anyway, like, so then there is Jordan. So they're both named after Superman's fathers, right? So like there's Jonathan Kent, named after Jonathan Kent, who is Superman's human father, and then there's Jordan, who's named after Jor-El, who is Superman's Kryptonian father. Right. So anyway, so these kids, they're, Jordan seems to have social anxiety, and he's always been kind of dealing with being around people in a social setting. And so they've been giving him pills and taking him to doctors and psychiatrists and all this stuff. So he seems to be the black sheep of the family, and he's dealing with all kinds of like self-esteem issues, and there's all that baggage that comes with that.
Right.
And the first episode does a really nice job of kind of like taking all that shit together and kind of making it very cinematic and just kind of just giving you all that information without like making it really boring, right? So the first episode, they give you all this stuff. You know who Superman is if you've been alive for any kind of time. Like my son, he's 7 years old. He knows who Superman is, right? So like you know what the power set is. You know what he's all about. But now he's married and he's got these kids, right? So then there's another curveball in the story. There's a mysterious quote unquote stranger who shows up, and the stranger is later revealed to be Lex Luthor from a different universe. And he's even race bent, right? So they made him black versus white.
Right.
And he's like some kind of military captain or commander. That character is fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
He is so interesting. And they've only sprinkled a little bit, into the show about who this guy is. And so when you finally find out he's Luthor from another planet, from another world, you're like, this is fucking awesome. Because you don't know who he is for like the first 2 episodes. It's not until
they do mention his name at the end of the first episode. The computer actually calls him Luthor.
Captain Luthor.
Captain Luthor.
Is it Captain or Commander? I can't remember. Yeah, but fucking fantastic. So then you're like Luthor, and you're thinking, who is this Luthor? And you're like, you have an idea that he's from a different world,
right?
So then they figure out that they need to move out of Metropolis for various reasons. And one reason is to kind of figure out what's happening with the town of Smallville. There seems to be some kind of mortgage
buyout,
crisis, I was gonna say, or mortgage kind of like scam going around.
Mm-hmm.
And there's what's the name of that guy, the millionaire?
I forgot. I was gonna say Maxwell Lord, but it's not him.
It's not Maxwell Lord. It's
Somebody else.
It's somebody like that. I can't remember his name. It'll come to me. But this cat, he's kind of set up so that he set up Smallville to fail, right? So he's trying to get Smallville people to kind of buy into his bullshit, right? And it's very kind of, Lex
Luthor, like just say it.
I don't want to talk about politics, but it's very kind of with the times in terms of politics, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's a rich guy. He's scamming people out of their homes, giving them these mortgages that are going to fail. He's convincing people that he's going to give them jobs, and they're cold jobs. You know who the character is.
Right.
Anyway, he's scamming all these people, right? And so Superman kind of gets wind of it, decides he's going to stay in Smallville.
Mm-hmm. You're forgetting one important part.
His mom dies,
There you go.
And the mom kind of tips him off and makes him and kind of lets him know that there's something going on, but she can't tell him exactly what. And when she dies, it's already too late. She can't tell him. So he knows that there's like some kind of scam going on. And so they're all in Smallville for various reasons. One of which is to figure out the scam, but the other reasons is to kind of like protect the boys from the fact that he is Superman, right? And they're going to try to kind of conceal that secret.
Right.
Now, all kinds of situations happen. We figure out that the social anxiety wasn't really social anxiety. It was the manifestation of Superboy's powers, right? Or Jordan's powers. And what's funny? Like, I watched, in preparation for Justice League, I watched Man of Steel, and the same exact kind of thing happens where Clark has some kind of social anxiety, what appears to be a social anxiety episode. But it's not. It's him, having all his senses flare up, because he can see through people and hear everything.
Right, when he was in school.
So when we saw that like, I don't know, Tuesday or Wednesday, I instantly thought about Jordan Kent, thinking that's what's happening to him. All that shit was happening to him. He's just super sensitive. Maybe not as strong as Clark, but he's super sensitive and he can't control it, and he doesn't know what's going on. And they think it's social anxiety, but it's just his fucking superpowers.
Right.
It's fantastic. It's fucking fantastic. I love the show, bro. I love the show. And I'm glad you're liking it too. But I love your theory, man. I really hope I'm going to be real sad if that doesn't happen. If my story is right, I'm going to be sad. I don't want them to be enemies. It's so typical, so predictable.
Right.
I didn't see that story coming from you, bro. I thought you were going to tell me what I told you. That's what I thought you were going to say.
No, dude. I've been, like I said, I do a lot of reading, and I analyze a lot of shows. So when I started seeing that, I was like, look, man, this kid's powers only manifest when his brother's around.
Well, the situation is too is he's angry, right?
He's angry. He's getting anxiety attacks, and it could be that. But like I said, Jonathan's right next to him.
Yeah.
And he's gotten in trouble before that, even without him. So why haven't his powers manifested then? So I'm thinking, like I said, Jonathan and Jordan are going to be two Superboys.
Dude, and the other thing too is like Jonathan, he is already a star football player, right?
Right.
All you need is speed, right? He's speed.
You saw the first episode when he was a little kid. He's throwing the ball and he's hitting the mark.
Yeah.
At like freaking 4 or 5.
But he like blew up the fucking rope or something too.
Right. He snapped it with the throwing the ball. and that's why he's like, oh, he's the one who's going to be. So his powers were already shown back then.
Yeah.
So he has the arm. Maybe he does have a little bit of a enhanced strength.
Mm-hmm. So
he's throwing that ball pretty far, pretty hard too.
So then, like Superboy or Jonathan doesn't have the sensory powers,
right?
Jordan,
like he'll have the flight. He'll have X-ray visions.
Probably super speed. No, I don't think he has X-ray vision.
No, I say these are the powers I think he's going to probably get. You're looking at flight.
I agree with flight.
Speed,
yes.
Like I said, I agree. I say he might have the X-ray vision because the other one has the heat vision.
I don't think he has X-ray vision. I don't think he has X-ray vision because I think that would cause the anxiety attacks. I think the anxiety attacks, because I'm going off of what Man of Steel kind of showed us.
Right.
So I'm thinking all the sensory powers, like not only heat vision, but like also like X-ray vision, telescopic, or maybe he has telescopic vision.
Yeah, because look at that arm he got.
Yeah, he can. I'm
thinking that he's gonna. You see, the other thing too is that those powers probably are manifesting now. He's a little bit older, and he already knows that his dad is Superman, so he can have the X-ray vision. He's like, Dad, I think I have X-ray vision, and he's gonna have to talk with him about the eyes, and stuff like that, or the super hearing.
Yeah,
because it's all gonna come at him hard. I think fast.
I think Jordan has the super hearing.
I think you're right about that. You might be right about that.
And the X-ray vision, but I think John has telescopic vision, and maybe that's it. And but like
right. It's crazy, man.
But he's got the super speed and the flight. I agree. And I don't know about strength. Maybe they both have strength. I don't know. But he doesn't have vulnerability. Because John has gotten his ass kicked.
No, because right.
Yeah. Jonathan's gotten.
But Jordan does.
But Jordan does. Jordan has invulnerability.
Yeah, because he has vulnerability and again, his powers manifested when his brother was there.
Yeah. Dude, that'd be so awesome. That they have to be they both have to be Superboys.
I would hate it if they start calling them the Wonder Twins. I'll be mad as hell.
No, dude, no, fuck that. that would suck so bad. That I would hate that, dude. I would fucking hate that. Wonder Twins, fuck that. I mean, Wonder Twins. It's a
cheesy 70 cartoons. Yeah. I mean, the only revamp they ever had was the one.
So okay, so someone was popping popcorn at your house.
Not my house. Everyone's asleep in my house.
Because it didn't happen in my house. I fixed that problem.
Nobody popping corn over here. What you do? Unplug the microwave?
No. I think I don't know if I told you, but I ran a cable from where the modem is in the basement,
right,
to the second floor. Like I drilled a hole in the wall and sent a hole. Like it's a long ordeal, but there's a cable running, an Ethernet cable running from basement all the way up to the second floor where I have my office, and that's how I fixed it. So now I'm hardwired to another router up here. No microwave.
Oh, that's no more microwave. Well, my microwave is unplugged, so there's no popping over here. Because it's either the nightlight or the microwave. So it's one of the. It's the nightlight is on right now.
The nightlight.
So I'm fine. Yeah, Dia has a nightlight in the kitchen, so for there, she can see what she's doing. So, but anyway, it was a mysterious microwave.
Yeah.
Let's see. We left off on talking about the Super Sons.
Yes. So I think we were talking about basically theories about what's going to happen to John, because we're not arguing, but we were debating about whether what power sets which kid was going to get. So we weren't sure
Right.
if who was going to get freeze breath, who's going to get super speed, et cetera, et cetera. So and
Mm-hmm.
I believe I was saying that Jordan has all the like the sensory ones where he can hear,
Right.
have X-ray vision, but John probably has telescopic vision, super speed, flight, etc. Whereas Jordan has invulnerability and super strength, right? But
Right.
it would be cool to see one of them get flight and the other one
Mm-hmm.
not.
Right. I think like I said, I think for me, I think Jonathan will have the flight and Jordan will just be on the ground
Yeah.
as like the brawler.
Mm-hmm.
Super strength and all that crazy stuff. So I will love that theory. There was my first thought of when that shit happened,
That's
and
amazing.
I was like, that. Right? I mean, that's my thoughts. Those are my thoughts. I really didn't bother to look at anything else. Like, what are the theories? That was my main theory right there.
I don't know. How did you come up with that? That's amazing. I mean, I know you explained it why, but it's just amazing
Uh,
that's where your head went. Because that's not where my head went.
well, the reason why was because they're twins, first of all.
Yeah.
Okay. And I was thinking, the original concept is that Superman only has one son. So it'd be really, really cool if, like, when they had the two sons, I was like, wow. And then I was thinking, well, maybe only one of them will have the powers, and anyone what? But then I started realizing that the one that they thought was going to have the powers, and they showed it in the trailer. The little one is throwing a football. He's dead on sight. He's doing this and that. And the other one, he's having anxieties. He can't be around people. He's having nervous breakdown. But yet he's the one who had powers.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as he was in a situation, his heat vision just shot out, and I was like, and then the second time it happened, I was like, wait a minute, man, this is starting to be a little pattern here. Every time his powers manifest, his brother's around.
Mm-hmm.
At first, I really didn't say anything. I really didn't think of anything when when he had the accident in the barn. And then I was like, okay, who protected who really doesn't know. And then the second time when he blasted, I was like, okay, he has the heat vision. And then he came clean and said, my first intention was to protect them. So that's why he put himself on top. I was like, wow, that is crazy.
So,
and then that's when I started putting two to two together. It's like their powers probably work when they're together. Right.
Oh. Because that's when he grabbed them, right? He grabbed them,
right.
and those beams fell on top of them.
Right, and he jumped, and then you see that he at the last minute put himself on top of Jonathan when everybody thought it was Jonathan who was protecting him.
Yeah,
so I was like, wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, so this is going to be an interesting story because it's going to be. So, I mean, they're doing a great job of flipping back and forth between the two. Okay, you think this one is, and no, you think the other one is, and no, which one's going to be? And it's going to be amazing when they finally tell you, no, hold on, it's both of them. Like that's going to be great, because it's like, oh no,
that's going to be crazy.
One. Yeah, it's both. So
it's both.
We're going to find out by the end of the season, right? We're 4 episodes in.
Oh yeah.
How many episodes are going to be in this season? Like 8?
They could either be 13 or going to be 24.
Here, give me a sec. Let me look it up real quick. I would like for it to be a full 20-something episodes. But
usually a first season, like on the CW, is either 13, the first to start off. If not, they could probably go full-blown 22 to 24 episodes.
It looks like they're going to do... Hold on. It looks like they're going to do 16 episodes for this season.
16, wow.
Yeah, I think what happened is they intended to have a full season, like a full 20 something episodes, but because of the pandemic,
Hmm.
that interfered with shooting and all that stuff, so they're only going to go with the 16. But that's fine because I mean, I prefer a tighter story versus more
Hmm.
episodes. You know what I'm saying? Like give me a good
Right.
story. I don't care how many episodes, just give me a good story. But
Right.
like uh, one of the underlying themes here is that we have a Lex Luthor from another planet, right? From another world or
Hmm.
another dimension, uh, and this Lex Luthor is talking like there's going to be a problem with Kent, right? Because he's saying
Hmm.
that Clark or Superman is going to turn evil. Like that's what he thinks is going to.
Right.
That's what happened on his world, which is beginning to be a trope now, right? Like an evil Superman.
Hmm.
It all started with
Right.
Injustice, and now it's like
Justice Lords.
yeah, yeah, or Injustice, Gods Among Us. Remember, like
Oh yeah,
the
Injustice. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So like, but I mean, even before that, it started with like the Earth 3 version of Superman, who's Ultraman, and
Hmm.
he's a Daxamite, not a Kryptonian. But like that
Hmm.
whole world is upside down too, right? So like the Justice League is evil, and they call it the Crime Syndicate, and
Hmm.
all the bad guys are good guys, but it doesn't matter. Like that evil Superman idea has been around for a while, and now it's
Right.
really, really, really popular. And so I'm interested to see what's going to happen with Lex Luthor and this story arc of him expecting Superman to break bad. But I think what's going to
Yeah.
happen is another villain is going to show up, like a really
Hmm.
bad villain, and
Right.
and
Well,
Lex.
they already showed like two guys with super strength.
Mhm.
One of them was dude. When I saw that big dude going after Lois, I thought it was Metallo.
That's what I
I
thought.
wanted it to be Metallo. I wanted it to be Metallo so bad.
That's exactly what I thought. I thought it was Metallo, and I'm like, "There's no way that this guy." No, it wasn't Metallo. He's another Kryptonian.
Right.
Now that is
And
interesting. This is like, where are you getting these Kryptonians from?
exactly.
But like that one girl is the girl that keeps hanging out. That girl
Yeah.
is I forgot her name, but she's a Supergirl villain. She's actually a Kryptonian. So she's hanging out with Morgan Edge, and who is the rich guy we were talking about. And her name is, I got it right here. Lesla
Leslie
Lar.
Lar.
Okay, yeah. So Lesla Lar is the villain super Kryptonian person. And so this
Hmm.
woman is the one that blasted the one guy in the car who we thought was Metallo, right?
Right.
And
Right.
and so they're calling her Leslie on the show. So she is credited on the show, but they're calling her Leslie. But her real name is Lesla Lar, and she's from Krypton. And so somehow they got these Kryptonians here, and I don't know how, but there is a storyline where in the comics, Brainiac had one of the cities of Krypton shrink down into a little glass bulb or whatever, right?
Right. Keldar.
Yeah.
Keldar or something like
No,
that.
it's Candor.
Right. Exactly.
Candor. So,
Candor. There you go.
yeah, so Candor. So she's from the same city as Supergirl. She's a Supergirl villain, but somehow she's managed to kind of cross over into this Superman show, and she's never appeared on Supergirl, but at least not that I know of.
Right.
But she's now like hanging around with this other cat, and now with this other rich fucking fool, that but it's just
In other words, like another Mercy.
she's like a mercy to Morgan Edge's Lex Luthor.
Right.
Except she's not a robot. She's a Kryptonian. But that's exactly the role she's playing, because that's exactly what I thought.
Yeah, because at first I thought it was Mercy.
That's what I thought too.
Right, and then Mercy is not a robot, but a cyborg. And it's only one of her arms that's been cut off and turned into a weapon. And I was like, oh, man, just watch this girl be Mercy. They're trying to do everything like with Lex Luthor, because Lex Luthor, I have no idea where the original Lex Luthor is. Well, in Supergirl, Lex Luthor's there.
Yeah.
With his mom. And they did something where at the end of the last season, they stole one of the gods' powers or something like that, and now they're harnessing it. And that's how the last season of Supergirl ended. So I'm hoping they started back up again, because the Flash started back up again. So I'm happy for that too.
I haven't been liking the last few episodes of Supergirl, only because it just got too social justice for me.
Yeah.
And some of the stuff, it was just kind of like it was too much. It was too much. It was too heavy-handed. I mean, I can go for some of that, but I think it was too heavy-handed, and not for me. And my daughter didn't understand some of these politics and stuff either, so it was just like, I explained some of it to her, but also just portions of it where it's just like, I don't even want to watch this anymore, and it was not just the politics. It was just so heavy-handed. I think there's a good way to write all that stuff, and they could have done a better job. Now, Superman, on the other hand, is kind of tackling some of these politics that we mentioned, but I think they're doing it in a much more kind of intelligent, a little more subtle manner. I mean, it's. I guess I shouldn't say subtle. It's pretty obvious where the inspiration for some of these storylines are coming from, but still, like I think they're doing a better job. With that said, though, now that we're talking about other shows, also The Flash. I am a big fan of The Flash. I love The Flash. I watch every single episode of every single season of the fucking Flash. The Flash is my fucking show, bro. But that last episode of The Flash, what was it, episode 3 or whatever, was garbage. It was fucking garbage. Now, I'm not going to poo-poo the show. But
no, the show was great, but the thing is that episode had like no meaning whatsoever. Love. Love is what cured everything. I would rather see the artificial Speed Force than fucking Love Force. Bullshit. I mean, it all led up to the ending when you see the little promo at the end where you see the lightning split into 4.
Now that I'm excited about, because I'm thinking. Can I tell you what I'm thinking, or do you want to do?
Go ahead.
Okay.
I already got a theory on that too.
Okay. Tell me your theory, and then I'll tell you mine.
My theory is that Wally's gonna get his powers back.
Okay.
Because he actually shared the same Speed Force than with Wally, with the original Flash. The purple one, I think it's his daughter's Flash. Well, what's her name? Not Impulse.
It was God, I can't remember her name. I love that character too.
Yeah. Something like that.
Doesn't matter, but like, yeah.
It doesn't matter. Like, I want her to come back.
I would love her to come back. I know people hate this character, but I loved her. I thought she was great.
I loved her, dude. I thought she was great, dude.
Yeah.
I loved her. And I think the other one will be Reverse Flash is back with that.
That's an interesting take. That wasn't what I was thinking. And
What were you thinking?
here's what I was thinking, because what I'm thinking is they're taking inspiration from the comics. And again, I read the Flash in the comics, and in the
Mm-hmm.
comics, there's a couple of things that I've been waiting for the Flash to do that the comics did,
Okay.
and they haven't done. One thing is the Speed Force storm. When they have a Speed Force storm, the Speed Force storm somehow electrocuted, like hit a bunch of people with lightning, and multiple people in Central City end up having super speed. It makes
Mm-hmm.
multiple flashes. And then from that multiple flash, like from that event, one of the people that ends up getting super speed is a character whose name is August Hart. August Hart ends
Mm-hmm.
up being Godspeed. But he's also
Right.
in the comics, he's also like Barry's like close friend or a good friend of his that somehow we never heard about. You know how these things are.
Yeah, I like that theory.
Yeah.
I do
So
like that theory.
that's one, right? I'm thinking, I don't think that's happening. I think what's happening is instead of getting a Speed Force storm like that, because I mean it was kind of Speed Force storm kind of, but I think
Mm-hmm.
what they're going to do is, or maybe a merger of the two storylines. But then the other thing that happened in the comics is something happened to the Flash, and he ended up I can't remember what caused it. What was the catalyst for him having this happen? But he ended up tapping into the other forces that exist. So there is, and the other forces are, I can't remember what they called them, but it was like
Mm-hmm.
one was strength, one was and like spirit or intelligence, etc. So there was all these other types of forces, and
Oh, okay.
and so like so like Barry ends up tapping into these different types of forces, and they're crazy. Like there's one guy who ends up catching like the power, like the strength force, and he almost kicks the shit out of Barry in the comics. So I'm thinking all those different colors are the different forces that end up coming through, and 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 now he's gonna have to
Oh,
fight different.
wow. Right. Wow, that makes sense. Each force is a different color,
Yeah,
you know? So that makes sense. Yeah, it does make sense, bro. I like that. I like that. Better than mine.
I don't know though, because like you have an interesting idea though, because I didn't realize, like I saw the different colors, I didn't think about it, but they also mentioned it in the show that like everybody had their different colors, right?
Uh-huh.
And so I'm thinking you're right. I think you're right. I think they're gonna bring some of these characters back with that lightning storm.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm trying to think. Like I can't remember the name of the forces, but it was like the Speed Force. Yeah, the Sage Force is like one that's like yeah, there's the Sage Force, there's the Strength Force, there's the Speed Force, and I think there's like four or five of them. I think there's like four or five
Right.
of these forces, and I can't remember them all. But uh, there's another one. I think it's called. There's like the Fire Force or something. Not the Fire Force, but something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't matter. It's like they're all different aspects of like of power, right? And I that's what I was thinking. But
Right.
now that you mentioned, because they did because before that happened, they did like a callback, right, to all the different speedsters and the lightnings that the type of lightning they produced. So now I'm thinking,
Right.
I'm thinking you're right. I guess we'll see because they'll probably let us know, if not at next episode, in a couple episodes.
Right. We'll probably see who comes out first.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, I'm hoping it's Wally. He shows up and he got back his powers. You know, since he's all guru and everything, you know.
Yeah.
And speaking of that, okay, like I really want to talk about the movie.
All right.
I really want to talk about the movie because I was digging the Flash in that movie, dude.
And you're talking about the Justice League Zack Snyder cut, or the Snyder cut of the Justice League movie.
Right. I was just digging the Flash, dude. That dude, the way they had him moving through the movie, it was awesome. It was really freaking awesome. I love the fact how they did the little slow motion and they show him, they did a prequel where they show him, he's moving so fast he like ripped out of his gym shoes.
I love that. I thought that was amazing.
Yeah, it was crazy, dude. That one. And yeah, so I was digging that, dude. I was really digging that. How he saved Iris from that car accident.
Yes.
You know, and he was like just looking at her, playing with her, touching her. He steals the hot dog and gives it to the dog and everything. That was crazy.
Dude, that whole movie was fucking amazing. That whole movie was just, it's crazy because you can see some of the footage from the previous version of the Justice League, the Joss Whedon version of it.
Right.
And that movie, that first version of it does not compare to this fucking movie. This movie is fucking amazing. It's long. It's fucking long, but it's fucking awesome. That Wonder Woman scene.
Worth it.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Oh, dude, I love her.
I
love her, dude. I swear to God, I love her. I love her, dude. She's to me, she's perfect. But that little, I know that scene was in the movie. The scene where they're robbing the bank. I know that was in the movie. You know, but seeing her do those moves again, I was like, and the songs they play while she's doing that it goes great. It is fucking great.
She kicks.
I could not.
Yeah.
She cooks so much ass. That's what it is.
Yes.
It's crazy.
She kicks so much ass. She was a fucking I seen that scene before. I saw the Joss Whedon version, and I purposely did not watch the Joss Whedon. I only watched that movie once, and I never saw it again. I want to.
Yeah, same here.
I want to forget it because I thought it was awful. This movie is fucking amazing. That scene was kick-ass before, and it is even better now. And every single thing that happened in the movie is amazing. The only thing I thought was weird, and I thought it was weird the first time, was the underwater talking, right? Where they make the bubble just so they can talk. I thought that was weird and kind of interesting, but still doesn't work. I still like the Aquaman, how they handled it in Aquaman. And it makes me want to go watch the rest of the movies. Like the other movies, because I mean, Wonder Woman, the first one, is amazing.
It is a badass movie, dude. I love it.
Yes.
You know, I just love the fact how she moves and how she does all her crazy ass. I mean, I even like the 84 one, even though it wasn't that great of a movie, but it's just her, bro.
Yeah.
I just love the way she is in that movie. But the first one, damn.
Yeah.
Damn, dude. I just love it.
1984 was interesting. I liked it. It's just okay. It's not bad. I love that it exists. And I'm happy it exists and I'm glad it's there. I'll probably watch it again sometime, but not anytime soon. You know, I will probably watch Wonder Woman, Aquaman, all those movies all over again. And again, I'll probably watch that 4-hour fucking movie again. But it was amazing. That movie was amazing, dude.
I think I'm gonna split it into a 2-day event, bro.
Yeah.
It was. It was. It's great. It was a good movie. I love it. I couldn't stop watching it. Like, I started when I got home. As soon as I got home, me and my girlfriend were talking, and she was like, I was watching the movie while I was talking to her, but I said, you know what? I gotta pause this. I gotta pause this. She's like, oh, well, let me let you go. I gotta go do something. I said, okay, fine. I'll talk to you later, bro. Bye. I love you. The next thing you know, I started the movie back up. Okay, what did I miss? What did I fuck up on?
Yeah.
Okay, go back to this part. And, and I'm like, oh man.
The
ending blew me away. They actually showed Darkseid.
Yes.
And I was like, wow.
Yes.
Wow. I'm not gonna mock on Marvel. I'm not gonna mock on Marvel because I love Marvel. But that movie did Darkseid justice. He looks like Darkseid. He acts like Darkseid. That dude, you just look at him like, damn, that is fucking Darkseid. I ain't gonna fuck with him.
Yeah.
And I was like, it was brutal. His own guy, with Beowulf?
Steppenwolf.
He cut off that little scene right there when he threw him through the Steppenwolf, yeah. Steppenwolf, when he threw it, and Wonder Woman just does a crazy black backflip with the sword and cuts the dude's head off, and then Darkseid the head falls in front of Darkseid, and he just steps on it like he ain't worth shit to me. I was geeking, bro. Geeking. I was like, that is bad, and they're all just standing there, like giving him the heads up, like don't ever come back to Earth.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, hell no.
What I liked was that Wonder Woman did it. Because Wonder Woman killed him out of defense, if I don't kill this guy, he's going to come back. If another character would have done it, I would have thought there was a kind of like a motivation kind of centered in vengeance. But because who Wonder Woman is and where her character sits in terms of motivations and emotions and stuff like that, I know she was doing it out of kind of trying to protect the planet. There was was there anger? Maybe, but I know she was doing it so that fucker doesn't come back, right? That's one less soldier, one less dangerous soldier that Darkseid has. And I loved it. They kicked that guy out and chopped his head off on the way out. Fucking vicious. Out of the most merciful character on the Justice League roster. Also, Martian Manhunter.
At the end of the movie, right.
I
was like, crazy, because they've been talking about it. They were talking about, oh, he's in this one. He's in the. They said something about Martian Manhunter. I didn't want to hear it. I said, don't talk to me about it. I don't want to hear it. I want to see it. Don't talk to me about it. Finally, my boy's like, you better watch it. You better watch it. He's texting me on the way home, dude. You better watch this movie. This shit is a movie. I text him, shut up. I'm on my way home to watch it. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
And he like, he texted me, are you watching it? I said, well, I was since you started texting me. Give me another 3 hours. I just started watching the movie. And he's like, he called me today and he's like, how'd you like it? I was like, dude, fuck, dude, that movie was fucking awesome. He's like, man, but that movie's too long. Boy, you ain't a fan. I'm sorry, you ain't a fan if you can't sit there and watch that movie for 4 hours.
Yeah.
I loved it, dude. And then I just love how they highlighted every character.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. I loved it. It was like
with 4 hours, he was able to give, you had the breath for every character. So everybody got a chance to kind of shine.
Exactly.
And you can't, like, I can understand why he wanted to break it up into episodes. And I'm glad that he put those chapters in there, because at one point, me and the kids had to break. We had to, because it came out on Thursday. Friday, they still had school. So we broke and we went to bed.
Yeah.
We picked it up the following day, right where the chapter started. I appreciated that because I needed that. Yeah. I needed that break there. It was perfect. The movie's good, bro. It's so good. It's so fucking good. And I don't know what's going to happen to the Snyderverse, but fuck, man, fuck. If they don't continue this story, man, I am going to be heartbroken, bro. They need to continue with the story.
I heard that they are going to continue it, and they're bringing the Lanterns into this.
Fuck yes.
Which I would love to see the Lantern. I would like to see the original 7. Okay, I can give a shit about Hawkgirl. Okay, it would have been nice for her to be in it, but Cyborg brought it. I just love it. Cyborg was in it. You're looking at the end of the movie. I'm like, man, they didn't say nothing about Martian Manhunter. Maybe it was a bunch of bullshit. Nope, that last little thing after the credits, there he is.
Well,
can I help you? Yep, I'm right here. Your war's coming. What you're doing is good. Blah blah blah, and all this crap. And I was like, oh man, it's coming. There's a war coming.
In the middle of the movie, Martian Manhunter came out. He pretended to be Martha Kent. She paid a visit to. Remember, there was a scene where Martha Kent paid a visit to Lois Lane at her house, and it wasn't Martha.
Mm-hmm. Right.
It was Martian Manhunter. Because when she leaves,
what?
Yes, when she leaves the apartment, Martian Manhunter, like she gets red eyes, and then she like transforms into Martian Manhunter. So you must have.
Man, did I see that? I must have slipped.
Yeah.
I gotta go back. I gotta go watch it again now. Thanks a lot. We're on another 4 hours. I gotta look at this. I ain't just gonna watch that one shot, that one part. I gotta watch the whole thing all over again.
Yeah, dude. Look. Okay, so look. Well, they pick up this story again. This is gonna be supposedly the version of the world that they got right, because they've already done this a few times. These are alternate timelines that Batman keeps reliving. So Batman is having these kind of repressed memories popping into his head from alternate timelines. He's having these dreams, but they're not dreams. They're memories from alternate timelines of what happened and what went wrong. And so what's happening now is they're living in the timeline where things go right and Superman doesn't break bad. So that's right. This is the time.
I wanted them to maybe you could explain this to me. What was the deal with him wearing the black suit at all times during the whole thing?
Well, I think it was an aesthetics choice, but like Superman has a black suit in the comics after he dies and comes back.
Right. Because the cryo suit.
Yeah, that suit is supposed to help him collect more solar energy so that he can get his powers back. Because he's not at full power when he rises from the dead.
You're right. I totally forgot that suit is what helps him absorb more sun power. Yes. Yeah, you're right about that.
So that suit is supposed to do that, but they don't mention it in the movie at all. So you don't know if he really does or doesn't, or if it's just an aesthetic choice or something. But that's what that suit is for. That suit is to help him get his powers back. But I mean, everything about this movie is amazing. That scene, I mean, we've seen that scene before with Joss Whedon. But that scene where the superheroes, the Justice League fight Superman, is fantastic, and it blew me away, man. And it is just amazing that you have all this amazing footage, and somehow you end up with two completely different movies, and I don't want to knock anybody, but that first movie is inferior. This movie is a masterpiece, and I don't know how you could do that with the same footage.
Like I said, they literally deleted like 2 hours worth of the movie, and to them it was a complete waste of time. Why would you do that? Yeah. That ending was way better than the ending we got the first time.
Yep.
That thing with the Flash, I loved it. I swear to God, I'm a big fan of the Flash, just like you, and I love the fact that he like had to go. He was like, I have to go fast. I gotta be faster, just to reverse time.
Yes.
And to tell you the truth, I was hoping he would go into the CW verse because he did pop up there.
Yeah.
I was praying that that happened.
that
Oh my God, I would have been like, I would like, what's his name? Like, not my cousin Dan. What is it? You had a type of fucking nerd orgasm or some stupid shit like that. I was like, no fucking way. But that scene there, dude, that had me. That had me right there. And he's just, and you see, he's actually outrunning time.
Yeah.
To get there. I loved it. It was awesome.
There was
It was awesome.
It was amazing because every single person on the Justice League team everybody was using their powers to their fullest extent. We got at the very least a taste and an understanding of what they all can truly do. You know, maybe Aquaman was the only one who kind of like, we didn't exactly see everything he can do, but everybody, we got to know everybody. We got to see the extent of their powers, understand what they can do. It's like Cyborg is amazing. You know, it's just, I hope they continue with the story. It'd be really sad if they don't. I need to see what happens. I need to see. I know what happens.
Oh,
I mean,
too.
I'm sure you've heard what happens in this Snyderverse. Like Kevin Smith has talked about it. I don't know if you've heard him, but you know, the director of Clerks.
Right.
He found out what the story was and talked about it in one of his podcasts. And he told us everything from beginning to end, what is going to happen in this story. Now, things have changed because with this movie, Snyder inserted some extra scenes, right? Some extra shots. Not a lot, just a few, right? It's not like he added another hour. He already had all this footage. He added just some pickups, I think. So I don't know what's going to happen and whether his story will continue on the same, because now we know what the story is. I don't think he's going to give us that story. Not everything. Yeah, I think he's going to change some things, and I can't fucking wait to see it, bro. I hope. I've been kind of watching the net to see what people are saying and whether they're going to make another movie. I would love it, man. It would be great because now think about who we got. All right, we got Martian Manhunter, we got Cyborg, we got Flash, we got Wonder Woman, we got Superman, we got Aquaman, we got Shazam, right?
Batman.
We got Batman. We got maybe a couple different versions of Batman. They have just recently picked up a Latina Supergirl, bro. They're gonna bring a
Supergirl.
They're gonna bring a Supergirl from another universe, from another world, from another Earth. And she, like Earth 5 or 6 or whatever, and they're gonna bring her in, and she's gonna be the Supergirl in this world. And then they're gonna bring.
Oh yeah, she's supposed to make an appearance in the Flash movie, right?
She's gonna make an appearance in the Flash movie. There's also gonna be Michael Keaton, the original Batman.
Yeah, he's gonna be. Right. I heard about that because they're trying to make that Batman Beyond movie.
Well,
and he actually wants to play Michael Keaton. He wants to be Bruce Wayne.
Yeah,
he wants to be an older Bruce Wayne.
So, and there might
that'd be so good, dude.
They might make a Batman Beyond, and there might be a female Batgirl or a female Batman playing Batman Beyond. But I don't know. This is going to be amazing. It's what a world we live in, man. Strange.
Oh, dude.
Strange world, but fucking amazing movies.
Oh, dude, that'd be so fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I can't. Oh, dude, I can't wait for these movies. I mean, I hope they do continue like this, like you said. I would love. I mean, I would. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of like DC movies. There's some good ones and some bad ones. Like I love the Batman movies, the trilogy that came out with what's his name?
Christopher Nolan.
Bale.
Yeah, Chris. Chris or Chris Bale. Christian Bale. Christian Bale.
Christian Bale. I love that Batman.
Yeah.
That Joker. I love that Joker. That Bane. I love that Bane, dude.
I love that
I even like the League of Shadows. I love that Batman. You know, and I'm not really like a DC fan. Like Batman is pretty much all I collect. Batman, or maybe a little bit of Superman here and there. But I'm a big like. We've talked about this about favorite comics, and I do have a comic book that I do love, and it's the Doom Patrol.
Oh.
And I love the show that they did, but everyone's like saying it's a weird show. It is a weird show.
It's a weird show.
Comic.
Yeah.
You know? And it's like, well, you see, that's the thing. I'm a big fan of the show, so I know they're going on the goofy side of the series. But I mean, they've had their serious sides too, because the one they're doing is like the third reincarnation of the team.
Oh.
Yeah, because the second reincarnation happened during the invasion. And around that time in the 80s and 90s, and that was like the X-Men. They were misfits, you know. They're not really welcomed and everything like that, just because you're different, you know. And I love that, and I love that concept. But that movie, dude, makes me want to go back and watch everything all over again.
Yeah,
like I would watch what was it? First, it was
Man of Steel.
It'd be Wonder Woman first.
Oh yeah.
Man of Steel.
Yes.
And from there, watch Batman versus Superman, and then watch Justice League. And then watch what was after Justice League? Aquaman.
It was. I think it was Aquaman, and then. Well, I mean, if we're talking about chronological order, or are we talking about release order? Because release order.
We're talking about chronological.
So then it would be like Wonder Woman, and then Wonder Woman 1985, then Superman or Man of Steel, then Batman versus Superman, then Justice League, then Aquaman, and then Shazam.
Shazam, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I would put Shazam between Man of Steel and Superman.
Maybe.
And Batman versus Superman.
Yeah.
You know, because he is wearing that he's wearing the traditional suit, you know. Oh. And I was like, I could probably, but even though I would watch him in that order. Because if we're gonna do that, you know, because he's wearing the black suit now, it looks like he's wearing the black suit from now on, which is cool. You know, I do like the black suit. And dude, my boy was geeking about that show. He could not shut up about it. And I said, dude, I watched it. I said, it's a good movie, and I give you props for sitting there and watching it. But I said, you're not a fan. You're a Marvel fan. And he's like, what do you mean? I said, you don't collect DC comics. I do. And he goes, oh, whatever, bro. But it was a good movie. I'm like, yeah, it was a great movie. It was an awesome movie. You know? But you're pig-headed, bro. You don't want to listen to that shit. I talk to you about Batman all the time. And you're like, no, it's stupid. It's Batman, you know. Wolverine could kill him. And I think I introduced him to a show on YouTube called Superhero Beatdown. I don't know if you've ever seen that show.
I've seen that. That's interesting. It's fun.
Yeah. So he's going off of that Wolverine kills Batman.
Mm.
And he's like, well, they do the show. They show the matchup and everything. And it's like they show Wolverine actually kill Batman. They're fighting and everything, and Wolverine kills him. But they also have alternative endings where you see Batman wins and see like that. And what it is that he's like, oh man, Batman beat Wolverine beat Batman. I'm like, well, yeah, bro, and that's because it's a fan show. People vote on who wins.
Yeah,
you know. And I was like, it's like Wolverine versus Wonder Woman. They had 2 alternative versions for that. Wonder Woman won.
I would think Wonder Woman would kick the shit out of Wolverine. I mean,
oh yeah, definitely, and she did.
She's a demigod,
and she did. But they showed the alternative where Wolverine won. You know,
she can fly.
And I was like,
pick him up and throw him into space.
That's true. That's true.
And I mean,
and she did.
Oh, she did.
She threw him into like the mascara, and they were fighting there. And then she threw him into a volcano and some stupid shit like that. And the cool part about that show is that it's live action, so nice. It's real actors doing that stuff. I introduced them to the one where it was Master Chief versus Captain America.
Oh,
that's a good fight.
Nice.
Yeah, it was a good fight. Yeah. So yeah, dude, I can't wait for them to continue this series, man. See what else they can come up with.
Yeah, I can't wait
so they can delete all the rest of the stuff that came out before that.
Yeah. I can't wait to see what they do with Justice League, man. I can't wait. Yeah. I mean, there's just so much good DC stuff coming out now, and it's about time. But you know, it's a little late. I mean, Marvel has really got a really big lead on them right now. But with this Justice League, man, like fucking Warner Brothers, man, don't fuck this up.
No, they've been pretty good when it comes to the animated movies.
Yeah,
you know, but you know, because what was the last good Marvel movie that was animated that ever came out? I mean, the last one I can even remember that was even decent.
Yeah,
was the Spider-Man movie, the one with Miles Morales.
Well, that one's different though. That one was amazing.
That's different. But that, like I said, it's amazing. It's a good movie, but the thing is that besides that, I can't really think of anything else.
Yeah,
the other one that I really do enjoy is the one between Hulk versus.
Yeah,
that's where he fights Thor and he fights Wolverine, and it's a short film, you know, but I like it. I like that type of movie, and I think other than that, I want to say there isn't anything else.
Yeah, the DC animated movies are really, really good. But, dude, thanks so much for coming on, man. And we got to do this again soon because I like, you know me, man.
Oh, yeah.
I like all this nerd talk. We should do another every 4 episodes or something, do a Superman recap. You know, like a
Superman, do that, bro. I'm down.
Cool.
Oh, yeah, we can do that.
Yeah. All right, brother. Well, thanks so much, man.
All right. Not a problem, bro. I appreciate doing this stuff, man. I love it. So whenever you want me on the show, just let me know. I'm down for that.
Absolutely, brother. You're always welcome here. All right, man. Well, thanks so much for listening. This is the Flow Road Podcast. I'm Edgar OtraVez.
Appreciate it, man.
And this is with my cousin Primo. We're out.
Primo.
The song you're listening to is called Stay Where You Are by Matt Large. You can find that over at Epidemic Sound. You'll find a referral link to Epidemic Sound in the description. You click on that and the show gets a nice little kickback from every sign up or purchase. I hope you guys like that. There's plenty more of that to come because we love those shows. If you like what you're hearing, make sure you go over to the flowroadpodcast.com website and you can find more of our content there, and you'll be able to purchase some merchandise from our store there. Don't forget we're on Instagram as the Flow Road. We got more content and other things going on there as well. All right, that's it. We'll catch you next time. Bye.